My vision for the company is that we are, number one, a purpose brand, that if a university leader thinks, hey, we would love to develop a PT program, that they immediately think about Rehab Essentials, right? I'm traveling right now. So if I go outside and I need to get from point A to point B, I immediately think of Uber, right? That is a purpose brand. I want university leaders to think about Rehab Essentials as being that essential partner that is going to help drive innovation across their university, particularly in the health science programs. And so by 2030, I anticipate that the majority of university leaders are not only going to know our name, but they're going to understand what we deliver. And if they want to develop a program in the health sciences, that they are going to call us to help partner to be able to do that. As a market strategist, I think one thing that I look at when I look at opportunities, I look at, well, how have other industries evolved? If we look at commerce, for example, commerce is now a hybrid industry where you can still go into a mall, you can still go into a store, but you also can do a significant amount of shopping online as well, right? You can pick up your phone, you can go on the computer, and you can really purchase anything. When you study all of these other industries and then you come to education and think, okay, consumers are going to be okay with only brick and mortar options, it just doesn't make sense. So I think there's a significant market opportunity for us to be able to partner and enable universities to be able to do this. Because what we know is that universities can't do this alone. They just don't have that expertise. They're going to be looking towards technology partners that have the industry expertise to help them build out hybrid and virtual-based programs. I think the really exciting thing is that the company has developed really great products that have product market fit. And so what makes me say that is I look at a few things. I look at, do consumers or universities in this case, do they desire, the product that you guys have developed? And they do, in which they purchased it without having a full-blown sales team, without, having those that are going in and really being incentivized to commercialize products. So number one, there's product market fit. Number two, the feasibility. The company has essentially built something really, really cool within Tandem, right? Has developed an end-to-end program that can power, whether it be a new developing program, whether it be an expansion program. So the company now has learned, how do we actually do this? How do we build something? And so really me coming in isn't, telling those experts that have developed these programs like, hey, let's do it a different way. It's like, how can we get this in the hands of more universities and keep repeating that? So we take what's called a vertical growth strategy and a horizontal growth strategy. Horizontal is, how do you continue to grow across, different types of markets? But you also look at a vertical growth strategy. And so that's what I'm looking at here. So let's say that we already have university partnerships with Montana and LSU and UAGM and other universities, and they already trust us with their physical therapy education. Doesn't it make sense to talk to them about occupational therapy, speech therapy, physician assistant, other disciplines that we can serve in a very similar way? So it's always, easier to have those conversations with consumers that trust us, that know our capabilities, that know what we can deliver. And from our perspective, we've developed this. You guys have developed this. You developed amazing programs, and Tandem is such an amazing endeavor. How can we replicate that and be able to serve other disciplines as well? So what I think this creates is really opportunities for the employees at the company to be able to grow. My expertise is in growth strategy. So I look at Rehab Essentials as me coming in to be able to double, triple the size of the company by 2030. And the way I look at that is really being able to leverage those that are in seat to be able to elevate their roles and to be able to get this in the hands of as many universities as possible. Because again, the products have product market fit. It's now, how can we commercialize them faster? You guys have built something really cool. I just want to be able to get this in the more hands of more universities. We are the leaders in health science education. Period. Period. That's why I'm joining the company.